So here we go with the first chapter of the story. I'm gonna start where it started. So I was born in Claremont, New Hampshire. My father had a little house out in Unity, New Hampshire. It was out kind of by the Sullivan County Jail, ironically, where I would end up multiple fucking years of my life. Friggin'. Oh, it was a nice little house. We used to go down to my great grandmother's all the time. She had a little house on West Side Ave in Claremont, New Hampshire. Go berry picking, all kinds of shit, and go play cards with her. We'd go there for dinner like every Wednesday, and my brothers and shit. And then my dad, he bought this little house in Charlestown up by the hang gliding place, which is where I grew up. It's the house that I grew up in. And ironically, again, my stepmother, Darlene, still owns that house. I have not been into that fucking house since my old man died, which will come later in the story. But yeah, it's just weird, man. Weird feelings going near that house. I went to go stack some wood there. Just eerie feeling. But yeah, that was where everything kind of kicked off from. That's where my mom and dad had bought that house, and that was where my mom ended up leaving my father. I was 6, I believe. My brothers were 5, John and Jeremy. And at that time, I remember just like kicking the ground and screaming and crying when our mom was leaving. And it was a fucking crazy time in my life, man. Like, young kid and just being scared and not knowing what the fuck's gonna go on. And then introduce the fucking pedophile to our life. Like, she didn't have any clue who he was. Or he was so good to my mom, but like so fucking awful to us. And it was just crazy how awful he was to us. And I'm going to get into more detail about that later on in the story. But yeah, so that's when that motherfucker was introduced to my life, and kind of like ended up being what led to all the bullshit that I've dealt with all these years, and like in and out of prison. And yeah, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, that's where it starts, and we're gonna get into more detail in the next short. But yeah, that's the beginning of it, man, right there. So to y'all, have a good night. We'll carry on a little more tomorrow night.